Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
A huge following, because I mean, he became the face of boxing.
Terence Crawford has publicly called out Floyd Mayweather, declaring that defeating Floyd would be the ultimate proof that he's truly the best. After Canelo Alvarez admitted that Crawford might be better than Mayweather, fans immediately reignited the debate over who stands supreme. Now, Crawford sees a chance to finally settle that argument once and for all. This came right after Bud shared his thoughts on those comments during his appearance on the Ariel Helwani show.
I have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to be Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
Canelo has shared the ring with both of us. People can say whatever they want, but he's the only one who truly knows the difference because he's actually been in there with both. One fight, he faced Floyd when he was in his prime. The other, he fought me under a rehydration clause when he was still young and at a disadvantage. But I don't base my opinion on that. Floyd was the best of his era, and I believe I'm the best of mine.
Is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
Crawford didn't shy away from the question. He's made it clear that his focus is on building his own legacy, not being compared to anyone else. Still, he emphasized that if people truly want an answer, there's only one way to get it inside the ring. For a fighter like him, debates aren't decided by fans, journalists, or even other fighters. They're settled by stepping between the ropes and facing the man himself.
I think Terence Crawford right now in the sport of boxing is the pound for pound best fighter in the sport of boxing right now.
How good is Crawford?
Crawford is amazing, not just good. He's amazing, and
he said the same thing about you.
Thank you, Terence. But I think he should be in the book for
really? Is that good?
How to learn boxing, you know?
Really?
For me, pound for pound, #1 is Terence.
But since nothing has been officially confirmed, no one truly knows what Crawford's next move will be. He's hinted at a possible jump to middleweight, a move that's already caught the attention of current champions. Offers are reportedly pouring in, with one title holder even putting a championship fight on the table if Crawford is serious about moving up again. That's the kind of position he's earned now. Every division from 160 to 168 wants a piece of him, because stepping into the ring with Crawford means instant global spotlight.
Think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good.
Stephen A. Smith has also shared his thoughts on the Mayweather versus Crawford debate. Speaking to Fight Hype right after the Canelo fight, Smith broke down what impressed him most about Crawford's performance. "I'm not surprised," he said. "I had Crawford winning by decision going into the fight. Knowing Canelo's career, it was clear he wasn't going to get knocked out, especially not by a smaller man. But did Crawford have the power and boxing skill to keep Canelo off him to some extent? For the most part, the answer was yes," Smith explained.
We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best.
When asked whether Crawford is actually better than Mayweather, Smith hesitated to go that far. "I'm not going to sit here and say that," he said. Floyd Mayweather was a defensive magician. You've got to consider Floyd Money Mayweather in this context. Once he moved up to welterweight, his hands were often damaged. He knew he wouldn't be knocking people out anymore. Yet he still stepped into the ring and delivered masterful performances because his skill and defense were on another level. So, while Smith gave Crawford plenty of praise, he still placed Mayweather's defensive genius in a class of its own. But the very fact that this comparison is even being discussed shows just how high Crawford's stock has climbed.
How come you couldn't convince the man to slide down a few pounds, instead of having to go all the way up to 168? What was that about?
Well, my thing is this. He's the champion. I want to fight him. It wasn't the other way around. So why put stipulations and rehydration clause and all these, tactics to benefit me when I'm the one that's chasing him, when I'm the one that want to fight him. So it's going to make this victory
The pound-for-pound rankings make it clear. Crawford has jumped past Alexander Usyk to claim the #1 spot, pushing Usyk down to #2 and Naoya Inoue to #3. Meanwhile, Canelo Alvarez slipped from #8 to #10, allowing Shakur Stevenson and David Benavidez to climb higher. The rest of the top 10 remained unchanged, with Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, and Junto Nokotoni holding steady in positions 4 through 7.
Bivol is the fight you got to study if you're Crawford. Crawford ain't Floyd, but he can do a Bivol. The problem is Bivol's a big dude. This is rough because this fight is only a matchup fight. Let me tell you what I mean.
It's not just about the numbers, though. Crawford's showing against Canelo was one of those rare nights in boxing where you witness a fighter performing on a completely different level. Even though the official scorecards were narrowly in Crawford's favor, anyone who truly watched the fight knows it was far more one-sided than the judges made it seem.
Who's the best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Many believe it's you. Many believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, #1, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's the best boxer in the world right now? The interview asked. I think it's Terence Crawford, came the reply. But many people believe it's you. They say you're the best fighter. The response was humble but clear. No. I'm not the best fighter in the world. That's Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford #1. Yeah.
The only way you think Crawford ran the whole fight is that you didn't see it or you were smoking that shit during the fight. Crawford outboxed him. He had too much speed for him, too much movement for him, and unexpected to many, he had too much power for him. Even Canelo admitted that he could not figure Crawford out. So give Crawford his respect now. Give this man his just due. He's the best fighter of this era, whether you like it or not. Congratulations to Terence Crawford. Goodbye.
Deontay Wilder flat out stated that Crawford won every single round. TalkSport's Adam Catterall and Gareth A. Davies were equally furious with the judges' scorecards. Davies said, I had it 9-3. I can just about see 8 rounds to 4, but there's no way it was 7-5 like 2 of the judges had it. Catterall went even further, calling it an absolute schooling and diabolical scoring. That's why even Canelo himself, a man who rarely hands out praise, admitted that Crawford was better than Mayweather. He's a great champion. He's a strong competitor, Canelo said after the fight. And coming from him, those words carry real weight. After all, he's faced both men, and in his eyes, Crawford did what Mayweather never did.
Down to 168, we can make a super fight with Terence Crawford versus David Benavidez, and Terence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez, then turn around and fight the guy that Canelo Alvarez has avoided in David Benavidez. That would send a huge message to the sport of boxing. Now, what's interesting is a lot of people are going to say, well, can David make 168? I don't know if he can, but Turkey Al-Sheikh would offer him so much money.
Crawford, however, is already focused on what's next. He's made it clear that his final decision is to stay at his current weight. I'm not going back down to 154. I'm comfortable here. My motto has always been any weight class I've moved up to, I've never gone back down, he told Stephen A. Smith on YouTube. At 168, Crawford says he feels stronger than ever, and that's where he sees his immediate future. The only scenario where he might consider dropping again would be to 160, but even he admits that would be pushing it. The danger at 154 is obvious. The fighters there are younger, fresher, and stylistically more unpredictable.
Just still a need for Benavidez.
Canelo,
Turkey, people are talking about it.
Turkey hinted at that. He was like Benavidez.
Yeah, he
Turkey,
did.
So
Turkey just posted that this morning, wondering if Benavidez can make 168. Maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No,
man. No, they ain't doing that fight. Maybe planning on vacating the belts.
no, we ain't gonna vacate the belts.
Crawford nearly came undone against Israel Madrimov in 2024, and Madrimov isn't even the top man in that division. At 154, there are dangerous names like Jaron Ennis, Bakram Murtazaliev, Sebastian Fundora, and Virgil Ortiz Jr. Each of them brings a style that could make life difficult for Crawford. Dropping back into the pool would be a risky move that could undo everything he's built. At 160, though, the problem isn't Dongay, its value. The division currently lacks star power. Turkey Al-Sheikh, the man funding many of boxing's biggest events, wants high-profile matchups. Crawford can't headline a Netflix or DAZN pay-per-view fighting an unknown champion at middleweight. That means if Canelo doesn't go for a rematch, the best options are names like David Benavidez, Dmitry Bivol, or Chris Eubank Jr., fighters with enough following to generate serious money. Even then, Crawford's trainer Brian Bomac McIntyre isn't in a hurry. When asked directly about Benavidez, he told Fight.com, "No, we ain't doing that fight. No, we're not vacating the belts. We're just going to sit tight for a while, then get back in the gym and do our thing." Bomac wants Crawford to take a break for now. After half a year of grueling training for the Canelo fight, he wants his fighter to relax, spend time with his family, and recharge. Since 2020, Crawford has averaged 1 fight per year, and McIntyre doesn't plan on changing that pace unless the right opportunity presents itself.